Once upon a time, in a small village surrounded by green hills and beautiful flowers, there lived a young girl named Amara. Amara was known for her bright smile and kind heart. Her parents loved her dearly. She had many friends who liked to play with her. As Amara grew older, she became friends with a group of girls who were not very nice. They often made fun of others, skipped school, and did things that Amara knew were wrong. But because she wanted to fit in, Amara started to spend more and more time with them. These new friends told Amara that it was okay to do bad things as long as nobody found out. At first, Amara didn't listen to them. She knew in her heart what was right and wrong, but after a while, their words started to make sense to her. She started to think that maybe doing bad things wasn't so bad after all. When Amara was about 17 years old, she got admission into the higher institution with her friends. She met a very handsome man, Nnamdi. Nnamdi showered Amara with gifts and money. She enjoyed spending time with Nnamdi. After 4 months of dating Nnamdi, she found out she was pregnant. She was scared and didn't know what to do. She told Nnamdi her lover, who denied the pregnancy. She told her friends, hoping they would help her, but instead of helping, they gave her terrible advice. Babies are hard work, they said. Why don't you just sell the baby and make some money? You can start your life afresh and have fun with us. Or do you want to drop out of school? Mara was shocked by their idea. Sell her baby? That didn't sound right at all. But her friends kept talking to her, telling her that it was the best thing to do. And she also doesn't want to drop out of school. After a lot of thinking, because she didn't know better, Amara made the worst decision of her life. She decided to sell her baby. She met Mama Chika, who was a midwife, told her about her pregnancy and begged her to help her during the delivery and also to find a buyer. When the baby was born, Amara cried as she handed her tiny baby to a stranger in exchange for money. She felt deep pain in her heart, but she told herself that it was for the best. After all, she was still young and could have other babies later. Years after, Amara was already done with her university. She's doing well in her fabric business. She tried to forget what she has done in the past. She met a very handsome young man, Daniel. She married Daniel, who was kind and loved her very much. They were happy together, and Amara hoped that the past was behind her. She looked forward to starting a family with Daniel and having many children. But something was wrong. Even after many years of marriage, Amara could not have another baby. She went to the doctors, tried medicine, prayed every day, but nothing worked. The doctors told her that she was perfectly fine and how she could have babies, but the babies were not coming. Amara was heartbroken. She had always dreamed of being a mother again, but now that dream seemed impossible. Daniel was also sad, but he never blamed Amara. He loved her and said they would still be happy together. However, not everyone was as kind as Daniel. People in the village started to gossip. They noticed that Amara wasn't having children, and soon rumors began to spread. Someone from her past, a person who knew what she has done, told Daniel the terrible secret. One evening, Daniel came home with a serious look on his face. He asked Amara if it was true that she had sold her daughter many years ago. Amara's heart sank. She knew the truth had finally caught up with her. Tears in her eyes, Amara told Daniel everything. She told him how he had been young and foolish, how she had listened to the wrong people, and how she regretted it every single day. But despite her tears and apologies, Daniel couldn't believe what she was hearing. "Sold your own child?" he said, voice full of shock and disappointment. Could you do something so terrible? Amara tried to explain, but Daniel was too upset. The man who had once loved her more than anything now looked at her with eyes full of pain and shame. He couldn't bear to stay in the same house with her anymore. The next day, Daniel asked Amara to leave. He said he couldn't live with someone who had done something so wrong and evil. Amara begged him to forgive her. His heart was too broken. Heavy heart, Sarah packed her things and left the home she had shared with Daniel. Nowhere to go, no one to run to, she walked through the village, feeling more alone than ever. People who once smiled at her now looked at her with judgment in their eyes. They whispered behind her back, calling her names, reminding her of the terrible mistake she had made. I wondered for days, thinking about her life and the choices she had made. She wished she could go back in time and change everything, but she knew that wasn't possible. The past could not be erased. Finally, Amara found a small quiet place near a river where she decided to stay. She built a little house for herself and lived there alone. Every day she would sit by the river, think about her daughter she had sold, the family she had lost, and the life she could have had. After the years passed, Amara's heart filled with sorrow and loneliness, but also with understanding. She realized that the decisions we make when we are young can have lasting effects on our lives. About how much different things could have been if she had only made better choices. Amara spent the rest of her life helping others avoid the same mistakes she had made. She would visit nearby villages and talk to the girls, telling them about her life and the importance of making good decisions. She warned them about bad influence and friends, encouraged them to listen to their hearts. Though Amara could not undo the past, she found peace in knowing that she could help others make better choices, and so she lived quietly, always remembering the baby she had lost and the lessons she has learned. Always say this to the young people. Says, dear young one, this is why it's so important to choose your friends wisely and to always do what is right, because the choices we make today can change our lives forever.